My name's Stuart Whipps. I'm an artist from Birmingham, UK. For TULCA, I've made a new version of a kind of series of performances that I've been developing since 2022. So I've been working at the Geology Museum at University of Galway to try and tease out kind of narratives in the objects there in the museum and how they connect to other things in the world along huge time frames, so across 4 billion years. The themes of the wider festival really appeal to me in the sense that I'm always working with existing materials and objects, so there's a direct idea of salvage within that, of kind of reclaiming materials, but also I guess the metaphorical idea of that, of how you might salvage stories and narratives that are bound up in those materials as well. So always in my work, I'm trying to do things that I don't really know how to do and work in environments that are often very alien to me. I think there's something really productive about being a novice in any given situation as an artist for a few reasons. I think one, there's something often when you're an artist going into an environment, there's a danger that you could be placed on a bit of a pedestal as somebody coming in who knows what they're doing. If you're within an environment where you're very obviously the novice in that situation, I think it can flip the hierarchy, and that can do some really, just produce very different interactions in terms of the things that you're doing and the things that you're making. I also think in the best examples of this, there's a symbiotic relationship in the things that you are bringing as an artist can actually help to shift and change the way that perhaps people feel about their own discipline. So here in Galway, where I've been working at the James Mitchell Geology Museum and working with Dr. John Murray with the collection there, I hope that John would say that actually having me come in and pick out things that are perhaps they're not the objects a geologist might be interested in. They're things that I'm interested in as an artist that are, dusty in the bottom cupboard that no one's been taken out. I've also started to shift the way he sees the potential in that collection and how it changes the way that you might interpret things within the museum, but also might change the way you're teaching with some of these objects and materials as well. I'm always happy if people just go and see it. So first and foremost, just people spending time. There are a couple of things that, again, are pleasing to me about this, is that the Geology Museum is really under-resourced. So by having this exhibition there as part of TULCA means that audiences will get an opportunity to experience the museum in a way that they haven't done before, just by the nature of it being open and being invigilated. And I guess what I'm looking for is that visitors are able to experience the same things I did as an artist, that curiosity, that you're able to kind of draw out connections between objects in the museum. What I've done is placed my photographs and a film work within that space to also kind of tease out these tangential connections and these stories across the way. The performance in some ways is a little more didactic, and it kind of works as a sort of performance lecture where I'm telling the audience some things. But for me, the success will be if, even though I'm telling you some like very specific bits of information, the nature of the collaged kind of visuals that go with that also enable you as a viewer to kind of go off on your own journey while that's taking place. So that's what I'm looking for, or that's what I'm trying to do always. In a way, the work is about this scrabbling attempt to try and understand what the world is and kind of what my place within the world might be. I don't think that's answerable. I want the viewer to go along with that, with also no pressure to kind of feel that you have to kind of understand like every connection within the work. It's this journey of discovery.